Hi everyone, this week we've got Sean on the show. Sean, before we do anything useful, could I have a quick introduction for the viewers, please, on who you are and what you've been up to?
Yes, certainly, Lee. Look, I'm Sean Hooker. I'm head of redress at the Property Redress Scheme, which I've been doing since 2014. Prior to that, I was working for My Deposits, which is one of the tenancy deposit schemes. It's part of the Hamilton Fraser Group, which was founded by Eddie Hooker, and I joined in 2007. Yeah, look, we're into the autumn now, and it's really busy out there. There are lots of shows, there are lots of interviews, lots of blogs being written, and on the work front, we're working away dealing with people's complaints.
I've got a my first question actually is on that. So, this past year, have you witnessed a rise in complaints for your redress scheme?
Yeah, we have actually. So let me caveat this, because actually last year our scheme grew by over 6%. So we've actually recruited new members. Actually, we're on target this year to exceeding maybe even up to 19,000 branches and members, which is again looking at another 8%. So you have to caveat that the scheme has grown. So naturally, you're going to get a growth in the complaints. But no, actually, what we have seen is that the number of complaints raised last year was running at least 1% higher than the actual growth of the scheme. And we also have seen in the number of cases that we've accepted. So January in 2022, by the end of the year, we'd have gone up by 30% of new complaints accepted.
Wicked. And how are you able to sort of handle the complex nature of the resolutions with so many landlords and their tenants?
Right. Well, we've got a fantastic team. They're really brilliant. So for your audience, we actually deal with complaints from lots of sources. So it's landlords and tenants on the letting side, sales and buyers and sellers, but also leaseholders who are on long residential leasehold. So we've got a very, very complex set of people that actually can raise a complaint. So my team are very dedicated in doing it and make sure that we understand fully what the complaint is. And it's what we call our early resolutions process. But that's one of the ways that we effectively deal with complaints as efficiently as we can.
Wicked. I want to ask you something on the average. How quickly, sort of on average, does it take to resolve a complaint?
A complaint shouldn't be coming to the redress scheme until the agent's had an opportunity to deal with it. Once that 8-week period has elapsed, from the complainant rings up or contacts us online or sends us an email, within 39 days you can get a case dealt with. And that's because of our early resolution process that's in place. Now, some cases take a bit longer, and others take can take just a couple of days even. So we are very proud that we do that, because a lot of other redress schemes and ombudsmen, they measure it from when they've collated all the evidence, and then that's the actual case complaint handling. And they actually are showing that they are taking longer to do that. But that, I think, is down to the fact that we deal with it in this unique early resolution way.
I'm with you. And I think it's good that you're able to do that, and report it in that way, because it's probably more accurate.
No, absolutely. Look, it's the experience of the complainant and the agent in the process. So for you and I, maybe that doesn't sound a long time, but if you are in a complaint situation, the quicker it is resolved, the better that the outcome is going to come. So we find that with the early resolutions, that not only are we solving the cases or resolving the cases quicker, that the outcomes are more satisfactory to both parties. There's a consensus that they agree with the outcome, and they're happier with what we've decided.
So on the complaint side of it, what's the sort of most popular complaint you receive?
Right. Okay. Well, let's just explain that we deal with a lot of different types of complaint. So let's breaking it down simply. So for a prospective tenant going into a letting agent, we're still getting issues on holding deposits, even though that there's now clear guidance from the Tenants Fees Act. We're still getting agents that don't understand that. We're also seeing a rise in the number of repair issues, and that's response to the repair issues. Now, part of that was a bit of a hangover from COVID, but it's still continued on. And I think people working from home, I think people being more aware of their cost of living, that the issues of repair and how an agent responds are still on the increase. In terms of sales, it's misleading information, and this is a big thing that the whole of the industry is taken seriously. It's how you advertise the property and how you actually manage the expectations of your customers.
Yeah, no, and I agree on the information side of things. I think it's a huge factor in terms of misinformation and upfront information. I think it's something that can massively be improved, which then helps the whole process through the flow, and I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, so there is more work being done on that. And I sit on many groups trying to make sure that the guidance is out there to provide the best way forward when you are trying to put together, say, a portal advertisement or when you are speaking to the customer. So it's very important that communication is in place.
100%. You get it right from the start, it's going to make everybody's job easier. And I really like, Sean, where you've said about from the complaint at the start to resolving it for everybody as quick as possible, because it's a great outlook to have. Because if you are able to solve it a lot quicker for everybody, it's a lot less painful for the agent, the landlord, the tenant, whoever is involved in the whole thing. Is stressful, right? So the quicker that they're able to feel like I'm being taken care of and I'm looked after properly, the better it is for the whole party.
Yes, and I think that's coming out in our statistics, but it's also in our interaction with our customers. And one of the things that me and my team do quite regularly is talk to a lot of our members, over Zoom mostly, and all of this media. But it's and we're getting people joining us all the time, and we've got a very simple joining process. Literally, it takes 5 or 10 minutes. There's a little bit of due diligence in the background, but then you're up and running with the Property Redress Scheme. And I think that's why people prefer coming to us at the moment, because we make their lives easier, and they can see the outcomes are helping them in their businesses to comply with the law.
100%. Sean, just on that fact, actually, what how would someone sign up to be part of the PRS?
Look, it's very, very simple, Lee. So they just go onto our website, which is www.theprs.co.uk. I hope I've got that right. And look, you just go join now, and you go through the very simple questionnaire that's online there. If we've got any questions or queries with you, then we will get back to you immediately. And it's very simple. We've got two membership models. The more popular one is our all-inclusive package, which includes your complaint fees. But for the startup agent, there's a very, very simple kind of pay-as-you-go model. You pay a one-off fee, and then after that, if you get any complaints, then you'll pay per complaint. A lot of the new startup agents prefer that model because their business is only growing and they don't get the complaints. We offer the best options for your business. So yeah, just go on, click on this, and 15 minutes later, you'll be a member of the Property Redress Scheme.
So you basically support them with what they need for their business, whether it's more established or whether it's a new startup or whether you just want to look at anywhere in between. It's tailored to them. I like that. Sean, thank you very much for coming on the show. Very much appreciate it.
Okay, Lee, good to see you. Thank you very much indeed.